G'day, welcome to the channel. I know we've all been trapped at home a lot recently, and I'm there too. A lot of time in front of my my old VR. It's still my VR setup, but it's now more of everything. And I'm doing a lot of my YouTube work on it. The laptop just got too full, and even had to delete GTA 5. Sad times. Anyway, I haven't played it in bloody ages. Whatever. But I'm working from home more, and I didn't really have a solution for that because I don't have a home desk. All my space is taken up with the back of the room with the workshop, and couches aren't really ideal. So I went and found myself an office chair, as you can see, and I needed to have some sort of workspace. So I did some modifications, and yeah, I was going to build myself some sort of a workspace, somewhere I can use my mouse over here, maybe a keyboard over here, or the lap's pretty good for a keyboard. It's not too bad. Doesn't mean to be a bit hunched over typing, and it's not great for your back, so it would be nice to be more upright. So yeah, let's get into doing something about it. This is a chair from the office that no one was using, in a spare room, and it's got folding arms, which is beautiful. Look at that. Folding arms on it. So I'm going to use this side for my mouse. I was just playing around with this before, and that side's going to get something on it for the keyboard. So I think I'm going to double this over and make a frame on here or something like that, and a wooden platform out here first, and then I'll go on to the other side, which I think I want to do something that can swing in, and allow me just sort of different typing and gaming positions. So there may not be too much swing in it, but you know, I type with both hands, and I prefer to have access to the keyboard, easy access with both hands, so I wouldn't mind it moving around. Anyway, I'm going to get on with that, and I'm sort of going about it in my head as I go along. So this will be doubled up over here, and I'm going to make a little ladder, cross brace them. So cut this beam in half, cross brace them into like a ladder, and attach them onto this frame here, onto this arm, and then put a platform on the end of it. And because that swings so easily, it's just going to be nice and light on there, but it'll be reasonably strong with the angle. Anyway, I'll get on with that. This is the widest point here, and this will sit on top. So I'm thinking I might just make it like a tiny bit smaller, so it has to sort of squeeze on. Set, yes. So what we got? So that's 67 millimeters. So I just need to make it 66 millimeters wide or so. 67 would be fine. 66, I'll have to take a little bit down, squeeze it on, but that'll mean it's easier to fit it on here. I might also want to take out some of this height so that it sits flush inside the, with the armrest on top. But for now, I'm going to make the ladder.
And so there, basically, is the frame for the mouse pad. And the piece of wood is here. I might put some other wood around it to rim it, like around the edge. But basically that'll go something like that. This is the bottom facing up. You're looking at the bottom now. I gotta drill some holes and pop rivet it together. Then I'm gonna have to make space for self-same back of rivets on the handle, and for these to sit in, these two to sit in flush on the plastic surface, or as flush as, you know, looks nice. So there'll be a bit of choppy, grindy something or other with the Dremel there, or maybe not, maybe just a sharp knife. And then I've got to shape my mouse pad board, which will be kind of roughly shaped, organic shape sort of thing, around the edges and stuff a little, just keep it more or less square. Make sure it's not going to hit me in the head when it gets flipped up. Good thing to check. Attach, test, dismantle, finish, and put on, and then move on to the other arm. Just want to quickly show you how I've marked it to drill the holes. As I showed you before, that's going to go like that and that and that. This is 11 millimeters out to allow a little extra spacing for that cup that the arm provides for the other sides of the rivets to pop into. And this one is 9 out because that's halfway. And it doesn't really matter, there's, you know, they can sit in the air. So I've just drawn a line out, 11 and 9, and then I'll get the distances I want from mocking it up on the arm, which I'll show you next. Okay, so that's going to sit like that, more or less. This one's going to be straight. I did this before with it all clamped together, but it's fallen apart. It's quite difficult to get it to sit like that. So, but more or less, you want to clamp it up and put it on. Just be nice for a minute, will you? All right, and then that. And what I did was basically dropped most of it and marked. So I kept my fingers on these when I dropped them off, and let everything else fall off. And then I just marked where this is going to go, here and here and here and here. So I'll cut these out, 1, 2, 3, 4. Just enough, just thick enough, that thick. And then the bars can sit inside the arm a little bit, allowing it to sit flat, and the arm to go back on top. And then you want to measure distance this side between the bars at 125, 124. Well, actually, sorry, it's 125. Yes. Alright, I've got those bolted in there, and now I'm going to pot rivet in this first cross member, like so. So something to rest on. This whole assembly down there. You see that? Yep. There you go, one side. And the other side. These are the only ones I had that were long enough. See it underneath here to do that with. So yeah, it doesn't matter, they'll be covered up by the handle. So I'll just use those. Alright, I'm gonna drill the other cross member and put that in there. Okay, and that's the frame done. And if anyone was saying, hey, that looks like a chassis. Yeah, you could make a chassis like this. Might use thicker bars and a lot more of this, but that'll work. Anyway, let's go do the handle. Lucky that's going to be covered, eh? That was a bit of a slip. Anyway, that'll allow my bolt to come through. Alright, I gotta find a bolt that fits. Right. There you go, that's the basic plan. Something like that, and then this whole thing can lift up. I've managed to trip my wet hair on the work. Oops. So, I've marked it so I know which way is down or up, as the case may be at the moment. And this is 17 centimeters across instead of 16. It's 32 long. So it'll be slightly offset away from the center of the chair and allow for a better feel, slight out bend of my arm. So that's the right way up. Now I want to line it up along so it's flat along one side. Yeah, maybe I should even it out, but give myself equal thickness on either side of the sets of screws that are going in, or bolts as megas, but it's alright. And so that's what I'm going to drill, and this is already marked, so I know where the line goes, where the bar goes. So I can drill this, come along, drill this. So you can see I've put a bolt here just to help me line up, make sure everything's nice and straight. That next hit, I'm going to also put a quick clamp on it too. Last one fell through a bit and it damaged the surface. That's why I was trying to drill into some wood to avoid this, but I really should get a newer piece of wood. You need to drill somewhere where it passes through without having an air gap, and that will add your improve your chances of avoiding that kind of thing happening. And that's the basic mousepad extension. I've got to stain this, finish it. I think I'm going to cut in these corners. I've got to cut these corners in and finish these. And of course I've got to bolt it up. And I think I might paint that. I don't know, I'm not decided, but it can wait. Anyhow, onwards. I'm going to go do these corners on the belt sander up top. Alright, well I tried the jigsaw, it's just going to ruin this surface, so I'm going to try out this bit. Wow, that's effective, that bit. I haven't used one of those before, that's cool. So that's those two ready for staining. As you can see, I've rounded off the edges up on the belt sander. I'm going to do one last hole here, and I'm going to put a hole through the arm of the chair with a bolt coming up from underneath to to attach it. And sorry, the bolt's going to come up from the top down, and I'll have to put a nut on. Go. Okay, here is everything I should need. Thanks, computer. The mouse pad, the support for it, the extension, my screws, plate, other screws, nuts, tools. So I'm going to go ahead and chuck it on now. Let's start with this. Tighten there, and that'll be held down by this bolt up here. So just give that on one more turn. Tighten it down. Okay, that's that. Now, it's a bit trickier. Okay, so I'm going to drop the brass, 3mm brass, countersunk headed. 3mm brass screws with countersunk heads in, and then I've got to play fiddly buggers. I might just do two. I'm going to put this on. And that is it. And there it is. The left arm of the mouse pad's already done. This is the only souvenir I kept from my Alienware laptop, which I sold to a mate.
who desperately needed an upgrade. And yeah, turn this on and get to work.